Our reporter Nozintombi Miya joins us live now from Alexandra Magistrate Court. Nozintombi, thank you so much for your time. Of course, the magistrate delivering that verdict and denying bail, essentially saying that she does believe, or it is the court's opinion, that he is better off, staying behind bars, and in fact, he poses a danger to society. Just give us a breakdown of what else the judgment had to say.
Yeah, no, thank you so much, Unati. I mean, the charges, let's look at the charges. He faced with aggravated premeditated murder and rape. Now, let's talk first of premeditated murder. Now, you'll recall that the state had made a case that why they believed that Bafana Mahungela had premeditated and planned the murder of Kirsten Kluyts is because of the photo that shows a picture of Mahungela following Kirsten Kluyts just a minute after the third lap. And Judge Prinsloo then said that as a result of that proof that the state used, that the state was successful in making a case that he had planned and premeditated the murder. And I thought she said something so important and significant. She said, according to some of the case law that she was using to justify this, the issue of premeditation, it could take seconds for someone to decide that they want to kill another person, and that does fall within the ambit of premeditated murder. So as a result, in terms of that Schedule 6 offense, Bafana Mahungela will then face that at a trial court, and the state was successful with that. In terms of the issue of robbery with aggravated circumstances, now you recall the robbery with aggravated circumstances, the state made a case that Bafana Mahungela disrobed Kirsten Kluyts' prone body and put her top on top of he wore her top, and he took his black top and hid her clothes and put them, disposed of them later in a drainage facility, and there's evidence and proof that shows that. And with regards to that, the issue of robbery with aggravated circumstances and defeating the ends of justice, the judge Unati made a ruling to say that the case, that the state had made a case on that. The sticking point, Unati, before I break for you to ask me the next question, the sticking point, Unati, around the issue of rape. Now, you recall that the state had used a state forensic post-mortem, and in that post-mortem it had showed that there had been no visible signs or obvious signs that Kirsten Kluyts had been sexually violated in her private parts. And with regards to that, what the magistrate said is that because the state is also waiting for the district surgeon to also corroborate or to review and look and see whether or not there had been any issue of a sexual violation with Kirsten Kluyts. With regards to that, the judge then said that the case had not sufficiently proved a case of rape. So as it stands now, two big charges, two Schedule 6 offences that Bafana Mahungela will be facing when it goes to trial, and this is the issue of premeditated murder as well as robbery with aggravated circumstances. So that is where we stand when it comes to the judgment and breaking down that judgment. Unati.
Nozi, before I let you go, so has his legal team made any pronouncements on appealing this particular, judgment?
Definitely, undoubtedly, and I think you will know that his defense lawyer, advocate Itumeleng, has been quite a firebrand throughout this court case, and he's basically said that come the 19th of January next year, they will be coming back to this court to appeal this judgment, because he then believes that he made a case that was sufficient enough to prove that his client, 21-year-old Bafana Mahungela, should have been released on bail. And he'll be spending New Year's weekend, and he'll be spending the better part of January 2024 in a prison cell because Judge Prinsloo said not only is he a danger to himself, he's a danger to society. She also said he's a danger to women, and she painted a picture of this young man being a 21-year-old predator who had premeditated the murder and at the surface suspected rape of this 34-year-old teacher. And we know that his defense lawyer, Advocate Itumeleng Masaku, has been vehemently against this denial of the bail, and he has spoken at length. He really took umbrage, and he told the court that he felt that it was unfair and that the state was being given preference and that the defense was not given preference, and instead the defense was being prejudiced. And what he continuously said in his closing argument was that the state sloppy and malicious. And I thought it was quite interesting that Judge Prinsloo said that she saw no malicious intent from the state's case, and that the state had they had composed themselves or comported themselves throughout this case in you know that Advocate Itumeleng.
All right, so let's come out of that. Apologies to our viewers there.